guys, it's Diane and welcome to another video broadcast. Tonight we were going to talk about the power of the word can't and how that word can change your relationship with food. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about what you can do with that word and how you can start to kind of change the way you think and do a little mind shift with your vocabulary and really help you start to learn how to manage your food and your relationship with food. If you are new, welcome. Please make sure that you take a second to hit that like button if you're joining me on Facebook. And if you're catching this in the video broadcast on YouTube, please take a minute to hit that subscribe button so that you will be notified when I upload one of these rebroadcasts to YouTube. My name is Diane, and for the past 25 years, I have been helping women figure out nutritional plans and find fitness programs to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And for me, over the past 25 years, or not 25 years, over the past couple of years, I have used intermittent fasting to do just that for myself. As soon as I hit that age of 47, I started going kind of downhill with my health and some of the things that I was doing with my own fitness and nutrition. And as a online health and fitness coach, I found myself in sort of a sticking point with teaching women or coaching women on what I had been doing for so many years that suddenly stopped working for me. And so I had to do some research and find a new way. And that new way for me has been intermittent fasting. And I have created a course to help other women learn how to use intermittent fasting in their everyday life so that they can kind of live a lifestyle around food that is more accommodating to how they want to look and feel and live their life. So tonight we are going to talk about the word can't. And part of the course that I have developed, I offer a 30-minute consultation call with me. And that's where we kind of go over kind of what your goals are and some of the struggles that you've been having with maybe your health or struggles that you've been having with food. And when we're in that 30-minute consultation call together, it's an opportunity for me to kind of get to know you more on a personal level. And I really pay attention to kind of the words that you use to describe maybe the health situation that you're in or some of the struggles that you've had and some of the things that you're dealing with your nutrition and, and how you're trying to manage all of that. And one of the big sort of trigger words for me or flag words for me is can't. And it's used in reference to more of what I can't eat or what I can't do when I'm intermittent fasting. And the beautiful thing about intermittent fasting and the way that I teach intermittent fasting for women or the way I teach nutrition to women and how I really try to help women identify the food issues that they have or maybe even food sensitivities that they have is to really listen to your body. And if you eat something or you do something that doesn't agree with your body's very intelligent and it's going to send you a signal. It's going to send sort of a distress signal to you and you're going to get a headache or you're going to feel fatigued. Or for a lot of us, myself in particular, when I was going through some of the struggles that I was having over the last couple years with my pre-diabetic state and my insulin resistance and my fatigue and sudden weight gain and moodiness and all the things that were going on with me, that was my body sending me signals. And it was sending me those signals because some of the things that I was putting into my body suddenly were causing a reaction that my body didn't like. And I often talk about the year that I spent crying over French fries because I couldn't have French fries. And I would say those words like, I can't eat French fries. And, now in hindsight that I'm healed and I have a much better relationship with food, using the word can't in relationship to food is so limiting to us, and it's so confining, and it makes us feel like we're not allowed to do something. And we're grown women. We can do whatever it is we choose to do. I could eat French fries if I chose to eat them. I just had to be willing to feel the effects of them. And the effects of French fries for me that were not healthy French fries were causing me to be sick and causing my hormones to go out of balance and were causing my insulin resistance and causing all the things that I was dealing with. And as soon as I made a shift in my brain and I changed my vocabulary and took the word can't out of what it was I was saying in reference to food that was making me cry, it really did change things for me. And so I really try to hone in on those words when I'm having conversations with women, because I can eat French fries. Like, I can eat whatever I want to eat. I just have to be willing to deal with what those signals are that my body's going to send me, and how willing am I to sacrifice my health and my energy and all the things that I say that I want for French fries. And when I really kind of put those very simple things together, now that I'm on the other side of it, and really pay attention to the relationship that I was having with food, and say, no, I can eat that, or I can do this, or I can have that. I'm just choosing not to. And when you really put things in that sort of perspective, it gives you the freedom to make choices for yourself, and it gives you the freedom to make a very grown-up woman decision. And it really does put you in a position of empowerment, as opposed to a very limiting position where you feel like you're not allowed to do certain things. So if you find that you're in this position where you feel like you're not allowed to do certain things, and that can tend to put you overboard, so you're sort of compensating for the fact that you're not allowed to do things, and then you tend to kind of go a little bit too far with food. And I know for women, sometimes that happens in alcohol kind of situations, where you do great during the week, and then the weekend comes, and you don't want to be limited to what you can do, and you don't want to have someone tell you what you can't do, and so you kind of take the reins off, and you lose a little bit of control over what it is that you really want and what your goals are. And then you start Monday on the downside, because you end up regretting all the mistakes that you made, or all the decisions that you made over the weekend, and then you're starting back over on Monday, and then by Friday you're feeling great again, but you've deprived yourself of so many things, and you said I can't to so many things, and then Friday night comes, and then you just throw it all away again, and you're on this vicious cycle of Monday through Thursday, sacrificing and using the word can't so often, and then Friday through Sunday comes, and you're like, I'm going to do whatever I want, and you tend to overindulge. And so I am going to challenge you guys, if you're struggling with food, or you're scared a little with the intermittent fasting, and you don't really know how to find your place with it, the best advice I can give you is take the word can't out of your vocabulary, and start to just make choices that are best for you. And stop putting all those boundaries on yourself of saying that I can't do this and I can't do that. Because we can do whatever it is that we want to do. We just have to be able to live with the sacrifices, or the consequences that are the result of the choices that we make. So you can have breakfast when you're intermittent fasting. You can eat whenever you want to eat. It's the windows that you create for yourself in your fasting window, and the windows that you create for yourself in your eating windows. Just create a window and then stick to it. You can do whatever you want to do. You can give up fasting for the weekend, and you can do whatever you want to do on the weekends. You can get up with your family and have a bowl of cereal if you want. You just have to know that if you make that choice, that you're probably not going to feel your best, and that's okay too. Eventually you will learn from those mistakes. So try to take the word can't out of your vocabulary when you're referring to what you're about to embark on with intermittent fasting. And take the word can't out of foods that you've decided just aren't good for you anymore, and just say, I choose not to eat it. And then see what happens over the course of the next couple of weeks, and see how you feel emotionally about what it is that you're doing, and see if it gives you a little bit of power back, because you're the one that's making the decision. It's not a set of rules that someone else has determined for you that you're going to have to live by. I get a lot of people asking me to do posts or videos about what I eat in a day, and I'm always so hesitant to do that, because most people don't want to do what I do in a day with food, because I make very, very, very personal choices about my food because of the way food has made me feel over the past couple of years. And it's a lot to have to explain to people why I do that. And a lot of people don't really want to go to that effort to get to that point where they really are honed in on those feelings that their body is sending them hormonally, or even sensitivity-wise or allergy-wise with basic foods. And surprisingly, we all are suffering from some sort of negative reaction that our body's sending to us because of choices that we're making nutritionally. We've just been feeling that way for so long that we can't identify the thing with the feeling until we really get our body kind of fine-tuned to the nutritional choices that we make, and then you go back to a certain kind of food and you have that reaction, and it's so obvious. And one of the girls in my my April group was cutting down on her carbs, because that's what you kind of just naturally do when you're intermittent fasting, because you have such a small eating window. And we try to make really good nutritional choices that carbs kind of go by the wayside naturally. It's not anything that you have to necessarily do on purpose. And she hadn't been eating bread for quite a while and had a sandwich, and she was in her car. I think I told this story last week, and she had a very severe allergic reaction to that bread. And she's never had that feeling before, that type of reaction to the same old bread she's been eating for years. And it's because her body had sort of cleansed itself out of those things that were causing bad feelings for her and slowly breaking her body down into sickness. And then when she reintroduced that food, she had a very severe reaction to it. And so those kind of situations are always so, like eye-opening to me, because you were feeling those feelings all along. You just couldn't identify them, because when you feel bad all the time, you just think that that's the best that you can ever feel. And then when you actually get your body to the feeling of amazing, and then you put yourself back into that position of feeling bad, it's a very shocking bad feeling. And it's very alarming to know that you were living that way every day and slowly just breaking your body down into illnesses. And so get to that feeling of amazing, do the work to get there. Really start honing in on those feelings that your body's sending to you when you're eating something that doesn't really agree with you, and really try to eliminate those things by choice, and not put them on a can eat list and a can't eat list, or a bad food list or a good food list. All of that stuff just puts that negative and limiting sort of mindset into you emotionally, and creates those emotional triggers with food that we really don't want to have to live with. So really pay attention to your vocabulary when you're embarking on this journey of intermittent fasting. Try to be very aware of the words can't and not allowed and bad food, and see if you can maybe use some different vocabulary in that place, so that everything that you're doing is a very positive thing and something that you are owning up to and making a very well-educated and a very wise nutritional decision for yourself. So you can do whatever you want to do. You get to set your course for your journey with intermittent fasting, and then you just kind of put your own parameters on that, and then you just kind of create a lifestyle that's going to make you feel amazing and healthy is the most important thing. Okay, so let me see what we got here comments-wise. Elizabeth Rice, hello. Mr. Parham, always nice to see you from the other room. Robin Miller, hello. Mercedes, hello. Gina, you guys, all these names are looking familiar, which I'm loving. Lonnie, hey, Diane, playing around with IF, can't wait till May 5th. Awesome. Yeah, keep playing around, you guys. Don't worry about, hey, Stephanie, Rachel, Teresa, Ingrid, always good to see you here. Hey, Anne, how are you feeling today? Hopefully you're feeling well. Face, loving the improved me. Haven't weighed myself in a while and teared up a little bit when I stepped on the scale this morning. So much progress in just 2 weeks. Faith, you are killing it, girlfriend. Just wait till we get in our group. You guys are going to be so amazed. Ingrid, I'm at work, but yes, I believe in being positive and not, yep, awesome. Yeah, Faith, you're doing great, girlfriend. So Faith and I had a conversation this week, and it was very nice. Hello, thank you for your expertise. You're welcome. Okay, so I don't see any questions. I'm just going to keep reading these comments because I love them. Okay, so cool. So yes, the best thing you can do, and I'm telling you guys this from my experience, because I cried over French fries and tortilla chips. Like, that is the most... Like, now that I'm in the other side of it, it's the craziest thing ever, but I cried because I kept saying, like, I can't. I'll never be able to have chips and salsa again, and I can. Like, I eat chips and salsa whenever I want. I eat chips and salsa that don't make me feel sick, and we have asked the right questions at restaurants, and this is what I teach you guys in my course as well, how to ask the right questions at a restaurant so that you don't end up being poisoned, and that's exactly what's happening to me, poisoned by oils that are being used that are going to send you off on a hormonal imbalance nightmare. And that's your right as a consumer. You are allowed to ask any kind of questions that you want when you're in a restaurant and make choices that you want. I teach you how to order off of a menu without ever ordering off of a menu, technically. And the same thing goes with French fries. Like, I cried over French fries, and that's the dumbest thing ever. But I love French fries, and so now I just call myself a snobby French fry eater. And there's very specific places that I eat French fries at, and if I eat French fries at that place, I don't limit myself on the amount of French fries that I want to eat. You can ask my kids. One of the places that we go to that we love French fries is In-N-Out Hamburgers, because they use real potatoes and they do not use soybean oil. So they're literally deep fried whole potatoes, and I will eat French fries until I am like done. Like there's no limit. I don't necessarily eat one order of French fries. I might 2 order of French fries. The kids won't share French fries with me because I will eat all their French fries. And French fries are not exactly considered a diet food, but I don't diet. So I only eat foods that make me look and feel my best and help me live my most authentic life. And for me to be authentic, that would include French fries. And so French fries are on my list of foods that I eat whenever I feel like it, and I don't worry about them. But I don't eat the bun when I go there, and I don't eat the sauce because those both have soy in them. So if I give up a bun and I give up a sauce and I give up some cheese, then I can pretty much eat as many French fries as I want. And there's some joy in that, as simple as that may seem. And as women, I don't know what your journey with dieting has been, but there's been way too many times that I've given up French fries when we've been out, and I just refuse to do that anymore. Or whatever it is for you that you are kind of tired of giving up, I guarantee you I can find you a version of whatever food is out there today that will be a healthy, clean version that will not make you sick. So, if you find that you're kind of struggling with some of those foods and you feel like you can't eat something that you absolutely love eating that brings you joy, we'll be on a mission. We'll find you a version that you can eat that will not make you sick. So this week, what I would love for you guys to do, and if you're in my May group, you can do this in preparation for our start next week. Practice paying attention to some of those words that you're using when you're referring to yourself and the lifestyle that you're creating for yourself, and some of the things that you're wishing for yourself. And really try to openly exercise practicing not using those words. Can't, not allowed, bad food. Food's not bad. Food just does bad things to you personally. Like in the foods that you eat may not do bad things for me. So that's another reason why I don't give out food lists anymore, because there's certain foods that I just won't eat because they don't make me feel well, but they might not do anything bad to you. So who am I to say that a food is bad? That's very personal. Okay, and you bought Gucci water yesterday. So I think one night what we're gonna have to do is we're all gonna have to get together and like bring our Gucci water with us and like post pictures of it or something, because everybody seems to be getting Gucci water these days, which is awesome. Stephanie said something on here. Stephanie, like giving up stuff either. It's like, it makes me unhappy. Yes, it does. It makes you unhappy. You guys, it's just food. Like, we got to be happy with food, right? And that's the beautiful thing about intermittent fasting, is it does open up an opportunity for us to be socially present with food. And that's another big thing that's been really hard with my journey over the past, my whole adult life of dieting, is that and why I love intermittent fasting, because it sort of switched things on the other side of the day. That if you're, sorry, I keep hitting that, you guys. If I'm on a diet and I'm calorie counting and portion controlling, by the time dinner comes, I'm usually kind of tapped out. I can't eat with my family. I've maxed out my calories for the day, or I've had my containers for the day or whatever. And so I would usually sit by the sidelines when my family's enjoying dinner. And one of the biggest joys that I have found with intermittent fasting is my ability to have a legit dinner with my family, where it's not portioned off, where there's not a bunch of limits, where there's not mom eating carrots and the rest of the family's having a regular meal. I eat dinner with the same amount of food that my family's eating, and I eat as much as I want, and I'm not limited on it. And at parties, you can have wine, and you can have your appetizers or a dinner or whatever it is that you want to have with your friends, because we've ended our fasting window and we're feasting. And when you feast, like feast to happiness, feast to contentment, feast to making you feel like a normal person and a healthy woman, and feast to where your emotional connection with food is what it should be. And we really, really work on that in the course, because we need an opportunity to have some time to fix our relationship with food. And when you have a healthy relationship with food, it's like any other relationship that's healthy. It's good. It's really good. And, you know, just like you work on your relationships with your kids and your spouse and your girlfriends, having that healthy relationship with food kind of sets the pace for every other relationship that you have. And so we're going to work on that a lot in our May group. Okay. So speaking of food, it's 9:20, and we are just having dinner. Another amazing thing about intermittent fasting is that I'm going to close my eating window tonight at 10 o'clock, and we're going to have dinner at 9:30, and I don't stress about it. And that's just how my day ended up working out today, and we'll enjoy it. And tomorrow night we will have a late breaking fast. So I'll probably break my fast around 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and we're going to a Ranger game, and I'll probably have a hot dog and a beer with my husband, and I don't stress about those things anymore. And I just enjoy my life, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do exactly the same thing. So if there are no questions, I am going to pop off of here. Well, that's my story. I know, Stephanie, that's your story, and we're going to keep working on you to make sure that you have some healthy time with your food, and don't keep regretting choices that you make. And you're going to be I'm going to put a lot of love and attention into you in May, so we're going to get that all worked out, because that used to be me too. So I'm feeling you. Okay, so I have a couple of things I want to share with you guys. Tuesday is my birthday, so we're going to do something fun on Tuesday night. I'll be 51 on Tuesday, and on my 50th birthday last year, I made a promise to myself that my 50th year was going to be one of my best. And I'm pretty close to ending it, and I can pretty much say it's been a great year for me. I've done a lot of self-improvement stuff. I've done a lot of stuff with my health. And so I'm super excited to celebrate my 51st birthday with you guys on Tuesday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. So watch my Facebook page. I think we're going to try to do some little challenge, or I'm going to ask you guys a favor or something on Tuesday. So watch my Facebook page and watch my YouTube channel. There'll be a little something I'm going to ask of you guys to do for me. And then no video tomorrow night, because I will be at a Ranger game with my family, and we won't be doing anything on Saturday. I think we have planned Saturday night too, but I'll join you guys back here on Sunday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. As always, if you have a topic you would like me to discuss, definitely leave me a comment below, or you can private message me. I have a lot of women asking about the May group. We do have openings. I made a decision to not limit the amount of women that we have joining us in May, so I'll take on as many women who are willing to trust me with them for the month of May, and it's going to be my celebratory group, because it will be my birthday month, and so we'll do a lot of fun stuff in May in our group as well. So definitely feel free to jump in with us if you would like. If you need a link, it can be found in a million different places in social media. I always post it in the video below, so definitely click down below if you're catching me on Facebook or YouTube. And if you have a girlfriend or a mom or an aunt or a sister that you think would benefit from 30 days of working with some women in a very healthy and loving an educational environment, definitely feel free to share this. We'll take on all your girlfriends as well, and we are going to build an amazing community of women who are helping women in fasting and with whatever it is that you feel comfortable sharing with me. I love it all. It moves me. It helps me stay motivated to help more women, and it actually teaches me some new stuff sometimes too. So I always appreciate what you guys are willing to share. So have a great night. I will catch you guys on Sunday. I'll do something on social media, so we'll connect some way there. And again, if you're wanting to join my May group, definitely feel free to jump in or private message me if you have questions, and I will get anything answered that I can. Let's see. Is it normal being on IF have an energy crash almost right after dinner? It could be, depending on what you're eating. If you are going to jump into my May group, I will personally work with you to kind of help you end that if you need some help. Stephanie, you look marvelous for 51. It's your best. Oh, Stephanie, that means so much to me. Thank you so much. And we are playing the Angels tomorrow, so it's the Rangers versus the Angels, so that should be a good game, my California girl. Okay, cool. So I'm going to jump off here. Thanks again for joining me, and we will see you guys Sunday night, or try to catch me somewhere around social media over the weekend. We'll be posting some pictures, I'm sure, and if you have questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me. Have a good night, you guys.